The question is, what is your alternative? I know that you might be thinking about, man, I don't know what to do. Where am I going to go? I feel lost in my life. I think we all feel like that. That's like the number one thing, is to feel like that in terms of what to do. But then, the question is, what's the alternative? You might switch or choose or do something differently. But you really don't have alternatives. You haven't thought about what to actually do. And, the question is, okay, if you don't know what you're doing, well, then why not just think about ways that you can double down or, pursue it that much more stronger, just go more at it. And I think, I don't know, I'm like, why not, really view what you have and look at the things that you really like of what you're doing and just double down on those things and pursue those things that much more. And, the reason why I say this is that it's really slow. And when you're doing, the whole life thing, it really feels like nothing moves, right? And what do you do? What's the thing, right? Like, if it doesn't feel like things are moving and it's slow and it's kind of boring, well, then you got to think about what's your alternative. And generally, I don't think we have the alternatives that people sort of, or, that decision theory thinks or presents, right? So you have, the idea is that we have unlimited alternatives, but there's a cost, what's called search cost. It's really hard to discover things, to think about things, and do something that's different than what you're doing. So I think, instead of sort of thinking of all of these sort of random things, you might think about all of this kind of stupid stuff, right? Like, I'll be a movie star, or, I'll be a rock star. Think about what's at your fingertips, and, look at those things that are at your fingertips, and then pursue those things that much more, right? Sure, you could do something like go move to Hollywood if you wanted to be a movie star. That's quite in your possibility. And what you'll notice is that most people that do that, they're just really young. They're looking for adventure at that point. But, for most of us, look to see what's at your fingertips and really pursue those things. Do that a little bit better. You might work in a store, for example. Well, think about how you can make that store that much better, right? Look at things that are just right around you and pursue those things. And the thing is, it's going to be slow and it's going to be really tedious. But that's everything in life. If you move to Hollywood, you might think hey, things are going to work out. But even when you move to Hollywood, it's a slow, tedious, boring process that nobody likes to do anyways. The way I think about it is, look at comedians, right? You might think of world-class comedians and everything's so easy, but you didn't really look at the process of how they got there. They had to be in, nightclubs, comedy clubs every single night where they're doing their thing. And it's kind of boring. It's kind of hard, right? You're doing basically public speaking that nobody likes to do. And you're just doing it repeatedly over and over and over again. They might do maybe 1,000 comedy clubs and nightclubs before they get a moderate amount of notoriety. It just takes so much effort and time, and that's the only thing you have is just doubling down, pursuing what you're doing a better job of it, and really pushing at that rather than thinking about some random thing that you could do and sort of escape that. Why not just make what you're doing that much better? Because what's the alternative? What are you going to do? Right? I mean, that's it. So I think, yeah, I wish this whole reciprocity project, I wish this platform would grow quicker and all of that kind of stuff. But what's the alternative? The only thing I could do is incrementally make things better with it. Make it one more step. Do this little thing, do that little thing, and just incrementally make it a little better all the time until it actually works, until it clicks. And the thing is, it's not going to be like one day it's going to be working or one day it's not working, the next day it's like working. It's like super gradual. You're not even going to really notice anything. And then all of a sudden, after 10 years, people are actually really using it. And that's everything, right? Like, that's the whole process. It's like, you don't even know, but you get up and you do it, and you keep doing it all the time until it actually works. And that's what you need to do. That's all we can do. Just keep doing something until it actually works. All right, take care, and have a wonderful day.